Each tribe has its own criteria for determining who is a citizen of their tribe. And you think of tribe as a nation and membership as citizenship in that nation. So in the United States, at least for now, if you're born here, you become a U.S. citizen, and there's a process for others to become a U.S. citizen. For tribes, they have different criteria. And the criteria for most tribes is proving a certain percentage of blood from that tribe. So for most, it's 25% of your blood has to come from that tribe. Some have it as high as 50%. Some tribes have eliminated blood quantum and gone to lineal descent from an original tribal member. There's an internal debate that a lot of tribes are having about what should their criteria be for tribal enrollment. People are citizens, some people are not. And somebody who might be biologically indigenous or even culturally indigenous, they're connected to their community, they know their language, they might not be eligible for tribal citizenship if they do not meet the blood quantum criteria. And there are a lot of reasons why that gets messed up for people. It's not just people who are multiracial, although the native population has the highest rate of marriage to people from other racial groups. So the native population is especially multiracial. And there's more coming for you with your systems and programs because in 2010, they counted 5 million Native Americans in the census. In 2020, they counted 10 million. And it wasn't because we had that many babies that fast. It's because they let people click more than one box. And because the Native population is so especially multiracial, a lot of counties and schools were like, whoa, we got a lot more Native people than we thought. And the 2020 census happened in the middle of a pandemic with a federal administration that was trying to suppress minority counts. So it is probable that the 2030 census will show you 15 million Native people and an even higher count across the board, including in rural counties as well as urban areas. So your numbers probably are higher than they're showing, and they will start showing you higher. There's a lag because of the census every 10 years. So that's one piece. And getting good information and having good ways to count it is difficult. Sometimes even like a county program, depending on how your software is working, or if you're working off of the state system, or which a lot of counties do, or federal systems, they might allow people to click more than one box, but only the first box shows up. Or the labels are complex, because if you put American Indian / Alaska Native and somebody's Canadian First Nations, they're super indigenous, but they're not going to click American Indian. You also have a big shift within the Latino, Latina, Latinx, Latina population, where the brown part doesn't really come from Castile. That's indigenous blood, and a lot of people are increasingly owning their indigenous roots and may be deeply impacted by their cultural experience as an indigenous person, but they're in a totally different category, and they're kind of in the midst of shifting that denominator from a racial category to an ethnic category. So you get that, and you get a drop-down menu, and you can click, well, white or not white. That's pretty limiting, But now they're giving you more, right? They're talking about expanding that. Like if you ever go to the Dominican Republic, like the population is predominantly black, but Spanish speaking. So white, not white doesn't quite tell you everything you need to know. Anyways, so the data, that's one piece. Also, like some of the work is going to happen working directly with tribes and tribal programs, but also doing direct work with the Native citizens throughout your entire service area. And some may be tribal members, some might not be. And the tribe is not going to be the only arbiter to help you connect to Native people. Also, like everybody else, we're busy moving around, falling in love with whoever, like you will find people from many tribes in your county, not just Upper Sioux, even though that's the most visible piece because it's a Native nation right here with visible infrastructure and a tribal government. So I would say you need to do both, direct outreach to the Native people in your county and service area, and, continue to work with the tribes.